morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is Mornings with the Leaderman. I am Steve Leader Adams.
And I'm Matt Horsley, dancing in my soul, the Leaderman's happy sidekick. Good morning.
Don't forget, of course, we're being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is a link. If you're on the mobile device, YouTube will do the work for you. Just put Mornings with the Leaderman, all one word, into the search. If you're on your morning mobile device wanting just audio, we suggest TuneIn, iTunes, Streamer. All those will do it for you. Put WEEB into your search. And if you're on the website, the icon in the upper right-hand corner of any of our web pages that says Listen Live, tap that once you're listening that quick. Weather for us here in the Sandhills, summer returns today. Mostly cloudy, showers likely. High of 76. Wow. 70% chance of getting wet mainly this afternoon. Then tonight, clear. 12:51 after this line of showers comes through. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 72. Then we cloud back up Wednesday night with a chance of rain, a little of 55. And chance of rain Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Not a big one, but still it'll be there. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are south-southwest at 12, visibility 8 statute miles. Pressure is 30 even, dew point 68. Humidity maxed out at 100%, and it's cloudy and 68 degrees right now here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is Election Day. Everything's been said and done, and now you get the final say. And we encourage you, obviously, to go vote. I encourage you to vote for me. Pay for items, for sure. Mainly because, we always say we wish our government would change for the better. But then we vote the same thing in. And then wonder why it doesn't change. And why logic is never followed. And that doesn't hold just true for the Sheriff's Department. It holds true for a lot of places. If you wanted to change, change it. If you like what you got, keep it. But there comes a time and place, and a lot of people, middle America was pretty fed up with the way things were, with this globalism, with this oneness with the world, and never putting us first. Doggone it, we get up and we work hard. It's time someone put us first. And that's what's been going on in Washington with Donald Trump trying to put America first and drive that theme home. Whereas some people don't like the way that's going. So that's their privilege and prerogative in a free society. But it's important that we stay civil and listen to both sides. Because when somebody doesn't agree with you, you don't win them over by shouting them down or attacking them. Just to say, well, you don't agree with me, so I'll just take you out. It'd be nice if we could work together. It's important to put people in places in their positions where they will try to work and get something done instead of obstruct, regardless of which side of the aisle they're on. Because the Democrats do it now, and the Republicans did it last time, and, well, you did it, then we're going to do it. It's that type of thing. One of these days, one side's got to grow up and look back and say, oh, we forgot the rest of America up here in our bid for power.
Well, that's not going to happen, which is why you're pointing out if you want something to change, you got to vote.
No.
And get involved.
Well, today's the first step of getting involved. It doesn't take very long. 60% of those that are going to vote have already voted. So there's about 5,000 people today that will vote, statistically. And from previous numbers, about 5 to 6,000 more people will vote today.
And how many here in Moore County?
There's 26 precincts. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
So we got just under 20,000 who have voted, and it'll be about 6 more, and if it's a good turnout, maybe 8, which is about half the voters that are a little over half of the voters that are eligible to vote. Because a lot of folks just don't care. They just don't vote. For whatever reason. Always when I turned 21, because you couldn't vote at 18 when I was 21. I found it a great privilege to go be able to vote, and take great pride knowing that I voted on every single election. I think I missed one election that was a runoff from one office. When about 3% of the people came and voted for that runoff. It was important to those people, but I failed them. I didn't show up and vote. And it was a minor office, but still, I got a pretty good record. And today is the day's vote, and it's important. And all these people who have campaigned, I included, need you to show up and vote. I had a nice comment last night on Facebook from a lady who says, I'm just doing my research on the ballot. And she says, I'm 3/4 of the way through. She says, I've been a real procrastinator this year, but she said that when I researched you were the only candidate I really got excited about.
No, very good.
And I said, that's what I said. I said, well, thank you for doing your research and finding me. And she says, I wish I had found you earlier. I could have helped chime in for you.
That is the thing that strikes me most about your race, and it's right there in the, if you look at the pilot newspaper ads, there's your ad. Every ad has more details about a different aspect of your plan, and your opponent's ad says, vote for me.
Yeah. One says resume, one says resume and plan. So I'm asking you to go down this new road with me, one that will revolutionize the sheriff's department. It will get it out of your hip pocket while providing all the goods and services it's supposed to provide. And with me will be the best chief deputy this state has ever seen, and also best chief jailer. Now, I noticed yesterday, I found out that if you recall, and this is the kind of crap that goes on at the sheriff's office I'm going to get rid of. This goes all over me. Your chief deputy, Frank Rodriguez, a former chief deputy because he resigned. Now, we just spent with your tax money, your tax dollars, with the full knowledge that he was not going to be the next chief deputy regardless who wins. So they send him with your tax dollars to the FBI training school. And the purpose of that is so that the person that goes can bring back that training to the department and share it with the rest of the department. But knowing that he wasn't going to be chief deputy, they sent him to a 10-week school on your nickel. And he comes back, immediately quits, and takes it to the state. So all that money you spent didn't come back to the county. It was wasted. And this is the kind of crap that goes on there all the time. And he's involved also in a controversial situation being investigated by the SBI about using credit cards improperly, which if I get elected, I'll get to the bottom of and get your money back. Plus, then he can stand accountable for what he did. But this is the good old boy systems up there. They protect each other. They protect each other. Just look at what the sheriff himself did with his son that night at the hospital. I'm not going to rehash it all here. But long story short, his son drove to the hospital drunk. Sheriff came there, got video of him, but he swears he wasn't there. And what told me he was there was when he made a comment. He says, I wasn't me in the back seat of that patrol car. Well, nobody said he was in the back seat except him. So anyway, he got his son out of there without having to stand up like a man and take his punishment for driving drunk and showing up to duty drunk. No, they got him out of there. They gave him a field sobriety test. He blew a .30 on it. And then they whisked him out so he wouldn't have to do it officially. And long story short, he got investigated, and they ended up giving him a $100 fine. The sheriff walks free of all the interference he ran for him. This is what goes on up there because the good old boys protect one another. My philosophy is when you put on the badge, you're held to a much higher standard than everyone else. It's just like doctors. They're held to a higher standard when they receive that diploma or receive their medical license. And the same holds true with those that wear a badge. And unfortunately, it seems that that standard is they think they're above the law. And they sure rally around each other to make sure they get away with things. So, we're going to, what are you marking over there? You counting my ums?
No.
Anyway,
no, you're not saying no, I'm not.
Yeah, this is stuff that's got to get cleaned out. If you give me the chance, I'm going to clean it out. I'm going to save you a ton of money. We're going to turn that shelter, animal shelter, into a no-kill day one. That'll be the first order out of my mouth, that no more euthanization takes place at that animal shelter, except for diseased or dying dogs. You know, if a cat has what they call the cancer, feline cancer, they test positive for that. That's a death sentence on the cat already. They're going to die. And they can spread that to the rest of the cats, so they put them down, which is the only humane thing to do. And those are the only ones that are going to be euthanized up there. The rest of them we're going to find homes for. And I'm going to show you how to get it done. And we're not going to be killing our animals. You know, right now, 40-something% of all the animals who walk through that, they go through the doors up there, don't come out. They're euthanized. And that's going to stop. All right, so get out and vote. If you don't know where to vote, go to the Moore County Board of Elections website. You type in your address, and it'll tell you where to vote. Or I believe you can go to, what is it, vote411.org and type in your address, and it'll tell you where you vote and give you a sample ballot. That organization had it screwed up too. They had on their splash page of the candidates. I answered all their questions and everything, and sent in headshots and everything. And I didn't show up when you asked to see the candidates, but when you got a sample ballot, I showed up. Wrote them about it. Don't know if they fixed it, but we'll see. Never heard back from them, but that's your gimme at work. All right, well, let's get on with our entertainment today. Start out with a little, a little something here. Just a little montage of Election Day.
To the polls for midterm elections.
Turnout is on pace to set a record for voters in a midterm election.
No on Prop 8.
No on Prop 10.
Say no on 6.
Vote no.
With something for us all.
$4 billion tax dollars.
Both parties are pulling out all the stops.
In this crazy town.
Raise gas prices.
And without raising taxes.
Energy bureaucracy.
There's a lot of confusion about Proposition.
Cost taxpayers billions. Proposition 8.
Crazy town. Vote yes.
Vote no. Vote yes.
Voting yes.
You do the math.
Please vote yes.
Yes.
Vote no.
Votes, it doesn't matter who votes, it's what you gotta do. Votes, you gotta get out there and vote. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never cast a vote or cared about it anyway. But now the world has changed and I don't know what to do. Either way I vote, I think the country's pretty screwed. Help me if you can, I cannot choose. And I don't know who should win and who should lose. I wish the candidates could hand out booze. Won't you V-O-T-E or don't complain to me?
All right. Let's call the indecisive voter hotline, shall we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes?
Here we go.
Thanks for calling the Indecisive Voter Hotline. If you still don't know who to vote for, press 1. No, press 2. Wait, no, press 1. No, definitely 1. Okay, 2. Ah, crap, I don't know.
Well, that wasn't a lot of help.
No. Well, let's try the voting location hotline. We'll call that one right quick here.
Thanks for calling the Voting Location Hotline.
Sounds like the
You
same
know,
guy.
you probably should have voted early and mailed in your ballot like everyone else, but you waited and waited, and now you're screwed. Have fun standing in line. Oh, and I have no idea where your polling place is. Good luck.
It's not a very helpful organization.
No, it doesn't sound like they have their act together. All right, let's head to the polar ends of our universe. First up, 1 minute inside a woman's head. This is episode number 485. It's called My Sister Already Ruined Thanksgiving.
And now it's time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
Oh, great. My sister's already invited her latest guy to Thanksgiving dinner with the family. Let me see, what number so-called boyfriend would this be in the past year and a half? At least the 20th, and that's being nice. I don't even learn their names anymore. She sends me pictures of each one, and now it looks like a mug book of the lucky ones that got away. Maybe I should show this guy all these pics at dinner. Hey, pal, ever been in a running club with 100 other guys? Well, guess what? Now you are. Run. I don't want to say my sister's been around the track a few times, but she'd make the guys in NASCAR think that they were wasting their time. It's a couple weeks till Thanksgiving, and my sister's already ruined it. Oh, wait. A couple weeks? She'll break up with him by then. And if not, maybe they can bring pie.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
All right, now we'll scoot over to the other side of our universe and spend a few seconds inside a man's head. Episode 71 is called Coworkers, Sick Days.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
What, Mike is out sick again today? What is that, like his 10th sick day this year? I haven't had one and it's almost Thanksgiving. No, I can't. It's too close to the holidays. Always seems like he's out on a Tuesday. Hope you enjoyed drinking at Monday Night Football last night, Mike.
And that was another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
And Mike says to his employer, pay me, though. Pay me. Pay me. I didn't give you a thing for it, but pay me anyway.
Sick days, our union has negotiated it. Pay me.
HBO snatched its, and Cinemax passed this one in the same, snatched their package off of Dish Network. That's what these companies do when they can't come together on the price. In other words, HBO wants to go up and Dish Network's saying, no, we got all these contracts out there and we can't go up on our contracts. Why should you be able to go up on your programming? You know, after all, it is a bunch of Hollywood crap. Here's what it sounds like when you realize your cable package doesn't include HBO. It's happening to Dish customers as we speak.
I want to apologize for the interruption you're experiencing with HBO and Cinemax. Unfortunately, they've made the deliberate decision to pull their channels from Dish customers.
I admit it, you're just hanging on to it for the next issue of Game of Thrones, which is, 2 more years away or something.
It amazes me how far. Sometimes it is a year and a half between not just HBO, but Even the non-pay networks.
Unlike Netflix put up the House of Cards the next season, and it's been so long, I forgot what most of it was about.
Yeah, right. I was watching one show on AME or something. I don't remember what, FX or whatever. It was a year and a half later they started up, and I just never did start watching it again.
A group of kids put a sign out on the front door of their house asking the pizza delivery guy to scream, "Shannon, your pizza is here." And the guy actually did it. Here's audio from the outside cam. Then their video from inside the house. He also tells them that he has a higher voice that he could have done it in and gives them a sample.
Your pizza is here! Thank you. Thank you. My grandma is sleeping.
I have a high-pitched one that would have been really horrifying.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You thought pizza guys were no more.
That's funny. I hope they tipped him well.
At Sunday's Milwaukee Bucks game, a woman in the crowd had to name as many cheeses as possible in 30 seconds. If she could name more than Bucks guard Sterling Brown, she won an autographed basketball. With a toddler in an arm and a wedge of cheese on her head, she named 27.
Barty, American, Asiago, Borscapone, Buffalo, smoked Swiss, cream cheese, string cheese, cottage cheese, brie, feta, goat, Munster, Colby Jack, Colby, Pepper Jack, I don't know.
But she did win. She got 27.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Pringles released their Thanksgiving.
How many did the player name?
Less than 27.
I'm depending on you for these answers, damn it.
Pringles released their Thanksgiving flavors, turkey stuffing and pumpkin pie. There's a set of mini cans that you can buy online at Kellogg's for a limited time starting today.
But why would you want to?
They did last year too, and with even more flavors. Here's the promo from last year.
Trouble making it home for the holidays? Stuck inside a prison known as work? Well, chin up, Buttercup, because now you can enjoy a home-cooked meal from anywhere with Pringles' new Thanksgiving dinner. Try slow-roasted turkey on the go. Skip the in-flight nuts and crush some mashed potatoes, stuffing, and turkey. Whether you're working hard or working to get home, we've got 8 Thanksgiving classics just like Grandma used to make.
It tastes like real pumpkin pie.
That's right. No matter where you're at this Thanksgiving season, dinner is served with Pringles Thanksgiving Dinner.
Man, Granny was a crappy cook. How do you like that?
Apparently, archery dodgeball is a thing. You shoot people with foam bows and arrows. And a new place to play it just opened in Denver.
Archery dodgeball. It's a concept that has already caught on in Canada, and it's making its way over to the States. So here's how it works. There's several different game modes. You can have up to 20 players, but there's always one goal: hit and don't be hit. It's a fun take on that classic PE game we all loved as a kid, dodgeball, but this one has bow and arrows. Now, they're foam arrows, so they don't hurt, but when you get into it, you guys, those arrows, they might as well be flamethrowers because you really feel that rush.
And then kids aren't allowed to play that most places now.
Please, foam arrows.
No, not I meant dodgeball.
Oh, yeah. Gee, I'd hope for them to get hit. It would be, I don't know how I survived childhood. I really don't. Let's see. There's a woman in Brooklyn who'd like you to know that she can fit all of her trash from the past 7 months into a 16-ounce mason jar.
Oh, I think I saw her online.
As a part of her attempt to lead a zero-waste lifestyle.
I also live a zero-waste lifestyle. So I actually started the zero-waste lifestyle as a 50-day challenge, and I decided to try and go zero-waste for 50 days. And then I just didn't stop. For the past 7 months, I've actually been able to keep all of my waste inside this 1-quart mason jar by avoiding disposables. I carry around with me in a backpack or a purse things that are sustainable, a bamboo fork, a spoon, a knife, and even a metal straw. I think that a lot of people find the zero waste lifestyle intimidating because they think that it's going to be so much more work. It's going to be so much more effort to actually do these things. And what I found is that it's actually really freeing.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, really.
Most people don't want to do it because it's intimidating, lady. Most people don't want to do it because we're, got two neurons to rub together.
Guinness released a video of their best records from last month. See if you can guess what they are just from the sound. This is the first time. Let's see. All right, let's see if you know. This is the fastest time to pop 100 balloons by a dog.
Who released this record? It sounded like you said dentist.
Guinness.
Oh, Guinness.
This is Toby and the Whippet.
Toby the Whippet?
No. Yeah, this is Toby the Whippet. Popping the balloons.
Well, Whippets are fast.
There you go. And if you live to be 106, where do you want to celebrate your birthday? A woman in Phoenix named Murtis Jewel Painter just turned 106, and her friends and family threw her a surprise party. A birthday party Sunday. Where else?
Chippendales.
Taco Bell.
Woohoo!
Apparently she's been a regular there for the past 8 years. She says it's a good place to go.
What's it like to be 106? I don't walk as good. I think Taco Bell is a good place to come to. I really do.
And this should scare.
You can't eat that. It'll kill you.
This should scare any mother. A FedEx driver was delivering a package in Louisiana back on October 26th, parked in front of a house and found a baby crawling under his truck. So he recorded himself taking it inside. The mom inside says it's her mom's house and basically blames her mom for leaving the door open. She also swears a bunch and never thanks the driver, but here it is.
This baby is right under my tire, and the parents ain't nowhere to be found. Look at this. That baby is outside by herself. Look. Hey, come on. Hello? Yeah. Hey, this baby was under my truck.
Oh, honey.
I didn't even see her till I seen the dog.
Oh my
and
God.
I got out and I seen her under the tire, like crawling.
Girl, come on now.
Man.
I thought I had her trapped.
No, she was under. I got out the truck. I was like, I looked. It scared me at first, and I was like, I thought I seen the dog, but the dog was gone.
Yeah.
So I seen her, and she right up under.
Hey, it would have scared the me too. I would have been tripping too. I'm so sorry.
Put it in the baby, man. But she was under the truck.
Yeah.
I'm glad I was paying attention because if I'd have backed up, she would have been out of here.
Yeah.
And I'd have been in trouble, man. All right, y'all might want to keep that door shut because she active. She could have been.
This is my mom's house. She has everything open. She has all the doors,
Oh, yeah.
all the windows, all of it.
Yeah, she active. She might need to be in the playpen.
I do have a playpen. It's out on the back porch.
Yeah, all right. Y'all be cool.
I think his point was put the baby in the playpen.
Well, he has one thing definitely in common with my opponent in the sheriff's race. They both think I seen the verb. But total butchering of the English language there. But he did a good thing, saved the baby, you know. kind of pointed out to the mom, and
he tried politely to say, "You're an idiot."
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Might want to keep your baby out. Watch him a little tighter so he's not crawling under a FedEx truck.
Maybe, maybe put the baby, get a playpen. Oh, I have a playpen.
Maybe you might want to get one.
Whoa!
You want him to see his next birthday.
Dumbass.
Let's see, we don't have enough time. Too bad. Would have been good. All right. Want to remind you, today is the day of voting. If you don't know where to vote, just get on the website, go to the Moore County Board of Elections, and that website can tell you exactly where you vote. There are 26 voting places here in Moore County. All right, it is 8 o'clock. Here comes your news, sports, and weather.
We'll start the day with pockets of fog and drizzle and a slender chance of a shower. It looks like otherwise we'll have cloudy to variably cloudy skies as we head through the day. Breezy, warm, and humid. We could see a band or two of showers and perhaps intense thunderstorms during the afternoon or early evening. Look for highs around 74 to 80. Tonight, a clearing trend with decreasing winds and lows in the upper 40s to low 50s. After a sunny start Wednesday, we'll see more clouds later in the afternoon with highs upper 60s to low 70s. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. At long last, it's finally here, midterm election day. Voters already streaming to the polls in the East, immigration, healthcare, and the economy among the hot-button issues. President Trump working overtime on behalf of Republicans, enlisted the help of key advisors and some big-name celebrities in his final rallies ahead of today's balloting.
With women expected to play a critical role in today's midterms, the president featured a trio of women who work for his administration in Indiana yesterday: Ivanka Trump, Kellyanne Conway, and Sarah Sanders. And last night here in Missouri, the president's Election Eve rally featured God Bless the USA singer Lee Greenwood and talk show host Rush Limbaugh.
That's correspondent Greg Clugston in Kansas City. One political analyst warns a partisan divide in Washington could grow even wider if Democrats get control of the House.
The level of partisan fighting on Capitol Hill or in Washington over the last couple of years has been muted by the fact that the Republicans had control of both the Senate and the House. If the Democrats take the House, then they have a much bigger platform. And I think this conflict between the Democratic Party and Trump in particular, and the Republicans more generally, becomes even louder.
The view of George Washington University political scientist Danny Hayes. And the outcome of today's crucial Arizona Senate election could hinge on voter turnout.
With Democrat Kyrsten Sinema and Republican Martha McSally locked in a virtual tie, the seat may well go to the party that gets more of its traditional voters to the polls. Covering the western regional races, Wally Hines, Phoenix.
As the migrant caravan continues snaking its way north through Mexico, local human rights official says Mexico City prepared to accommodate as many as 5,000 illegal immigrants intent on breaching the U.S. border. Wall Street Dow futures down 29 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Pat Boone here again for Relief Factor, the company that's helping thousands of people, just like my wife Shirley and me, deal with all kinds of occasional aches and pains. For years, Shirley struggled with her neck and her shoulder pain, kept her from sleeping through the night. A lot of people, just like Shirley, struggle with aches and pains due to aging or exercise. Why don't you order the 3-week Quick Start? It's now only $19.95, and let's see if we can get you out of pain too. Go to ReliefFactor.com.
The holidays are just weeks away, but there's still time to get your home guest ready with brand new made-to-order custom blinds from Blinds.com. Now, through November 13th, get huge site-wide savings, plus an additional 5% off everything at Blinds.com with promo code SHUTTERS. But only until November 13th. Go now for huge site-wide savings, plus an additional 5% off at Blinds.com, promo code SHUTTERS. Blinds.com, promo code SHUTTERS. Exclusions, rules, and restrictions apply.
UN investigators say they have verified the location of more than 200 mass grave sites from the time of the ISIS reign of terror in northern Iraq.
Across northern and western Iraq, in what was once Islamic State territory, mass graves have been discovered. From a small pit outside Mosul containing just 8 bodies to a vast sinkhole in Kasfa, which likely contains thousands. The UN is calling for more resources to exhume and preserve the evidence and for more support for families of the missing. At the moment, compounding their grief, they must report their loss to 5 different Iraqi government offices.
The BBC's Imogene Folks. South Korea's president says the U.S. demonstrating the strength of the two countries' alliance by allowing South Korea to continue importing Iranian crude oil products under reinstated sanctions against Iran. News and analysis, townhall.com. A UN team in Afghanistan says scores of civilians were killed, hundreds wounded in attacks during the recent parliamentary election in that country.
The UN assistance mission says that 56 civilians were killed and 379 others wounded in attacks, most during election day violence, while the rest were killed or injured in the days after the election, when delayed polling took place in some provinces. The numbers reveal that more civilians were harmed than in the 4 previous Afghanistan national elections. The report also documents numerous attacks by insurgents, mainly Taliban fighters, directed at densely populated civilian areas during the poll. I'm Charles Siladesma.
The man accused of sending pipe bombs to a number of high-profile Democrats expected to make his first court appearance later today in New York. Prosecutors say they'll ask that Cesar Sayoc be held without bail because he is considered dangerous. Yet on Wall Street, Dow futures down 32 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Steve Adams for sheriff. Why? Why would you vote for a man with no law enforcement experience? In other words, why don't we just keep doing what we've always done? Why don't we elect people who are great guys, but they have no idea how to run a business? And don't you think it's about time we did elect a person who understands the money that's being spent is ours? And we want it to be spent wisely. Everyone in this county knows we desperately need new schools. The people here have voted for 2 bond issues overwhelmingly so we could build them. Now, you have a chance to raise more money by voting for Steve Adams. Steve has a remarkably viable plan to save the county millions of dollars while making no cuts that affect your protection. I really believe that when people see how well it works, it'll start a nationwide trend. Our biggest problem is going to be figuring out how to keep that money away from Raleigh. Talk to Steve or go to his website and then vote for Steve Adams for sheriff.
Find out about Steve's plan at adamsforsheriff.com. That's adamsforsheriff.com. Paid for by Adams for Sheriff.
Give your home a fresh, new look just in time for the holidays with beautiful new flooring from JB Short Carpet One. Save up to 50% on select Lee's carpet during the National Lee's Flooring Sale featuring Relax, It's Lee's, the only carpet with a 25-year no-exclusion stain warranty. Also save on wide plank hardwood, classic tile, waterproof luxury vinyl, and more, all with special financing. But hurry, this sale won't last long. Only at JB Short Carpet One, Highway 1 North between Southern Pines and Bass, or on the web at shortcarpet1.com.
You already know about Little Dino's great subs, but did you know they make some of the very best pizza as well? But if subs are your preference, then you won't find more choices anywhere else. That's why Little Dino's motto is, more choices, more flavor. And it's true. At Little Dino's, you'll always eat fresh. But unlike some national chains, their staff isn't fresh. So get off the chain gang and come into Little Dino's for more choices, more flavor, and friendly service. Little Dino's, located in Olmsted Village Shopping Center, off 211 in Pinehurst.
NCN News. I'm Mike Riley. Voters are heading to the polls this morning to cast their critical ballot as control of Congress is at stake. Major Garrett reports from the White House on President Trump's closing argument.
The president arrived back here about 2 o'clock this morning after a manic push to mobilize Trump voters. Advisors here know the trend lines point to a harsh midterm political verdict, but they cling to hope that there are surprises in 2018, just as those that occurred in 2016.
A poll conducted by Elon University in September found interesting results regarding what registered North Carolina voters know about the 6 amendments proposed to the state constitution. Jason Husser is with Elon Poll and tells NCN News.
So we started out by asking voters, are you aware that there's amendments on the ballot? And 56% of folks said yes, they were aware that amendments were on the ballot, but 44% of registered voters in North Carolina weren't even aware that amendments were on the ballot.
A man was shot and killed on Monday around 6 p.m. in the Walmart in Bryson Town Center Drive in Huntersville. Investigators announced late Monday in a Facebook post that a suspect was in custody along with several people who were arrested at the store due to an altercation.
Actually on duty, large retail stores, they have shoplifters and other petty type criminal activity that occurs there, and so he was actually there at the store doing what we call a beat check. He was in one area of the store and heard the shot.
That's Huntersville Police Chief Cleveland Sproul. Suspected mail bomber Cesar Sayoc is due in court today in downtown Manhattan. WCBS TV's Gene Angeleas.
This will be Sayoc's first court appearance here in New York, where several of those devices were discovered and where the case was filed. The accused mail bomber just transferred here from Florida.
Federal law enforcement authorities have been called in to help find a Lumberton girl whose kidnapping from the front yard occurred yesterday. You're listening to NCN News.
I'm working 2 jobs, and my husband works too. My kids go to school with your kids. I sit next to you at PTA meetings. We live right next door. We've been neighbors for years. You know my family and me pretty well, but here's one thing you don't know. I'm 1 out of every 6 Americans, and my family is struggling with hunger. Like you, we believe in this country. What's hard to believe is in the land of milk and honey, how many hardworking Americans have to choose between paying bills and feeding their families. This is a problem with a solution. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 7 meals for those around you quietly struggling with hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
A major water main break in Carrboro caused the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill and Chapel Hill Carrboro schools to cancel classes on Monday and force UNC hospitals to reroute trauma patients as crews scramble to find and fix the rupture. This mother brought her son to UNC hospitals.
You're from Clayton. For this particular specialist, about once every 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
So we will have to get this rescheduled and take him out of school early again and make the drive down here. So
Facebook has uncovered what may be an 11th hour attempt at meddling in the U.S. midterm elections.
I'm Gary Nunn. U.S. authorities tipped Facebook's cybersecurity over the weekend about what was said to be suspected, coordinated, inauthentic behavior that may be linked to one or more foreign entities. An estimated 115 accounts were blocked, some on Facebook, some on Instagram, all taking part in coordinated activity in Russian, English, and French. Investigators are unsure who was behind the effort or how long it had been going on. Gary Nunn, CBS News.
A federal judge says federal authorities are investigating endangered species protections with their plan to shrink the territory of the only wild population of red wolves in North Carolina, a move that would hasten the animal's demise, according to the judge. An actress walks back a comment taking credit for a Hollywood first.
Where am I?
You're in the emergency room.
Actress Rebel Wilson is apologizing for something she said to Ellen about her upcoming movie.
I'm kind of proud to be the first ever plus-size girl to be the star of the romantic comedy.
Social media users were quick to correct Wilson for overlooking films featuring black performers like Monique and Queen Latifah. Wilson says that in her attempt to lift fellow plus-size women, she failed to show proper respect to those who climbed the mountain before her. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
We'll have areas of fog and drizzle early today with a slight chance of a morning shower. Otherwise, we'll have cloudy to variably cloudy skies. It'll run breezy and warm, and we may see a line or two of showers and perhaps strong or severe thunderstorms during the afternoon to early evening. Highs today around 74 to 80. Tonight, clearing after midnight with lows in the upper 40s to low 50s. On Wednesday, sunny in the morning, clouds increasing later. Less humid tomorrow with highs about 68 to 73. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we're looking at cloudy skies, 68 degrees, humidity 100%, dew point 68, pressure is 30, even winds south-southwest at 12. Visibility is at 8 statute miles. It's 8:12. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Tuesday voting day. Dozens of candidates are vying for local and state officials on Tuesday midterm election. The Ballot also features 6 constitutional amendments and a proposal to increase the local sales tax. Registered voters must go to their precinct-assigned polling place on Election Day. You can use the Moore County Board of Elections online tool to look up your polling place, which is also listed on your voter registration card. Polling sites in each of the county's 26 precincts will be open until 7:30. If you are standing in line to vote before the polls close, you still will be allowed to cast your ballot. Moore County Schools have rolled out a new app that allows parents and students to track the real-time location of their school bus on a smartphone, tablet, or computer. Entitled Here Comes the Bus, the app allows users to see the location of their bus both before and after school, as well as confirm their bus has arrived at their pickup, drop-off location, and at school. The app also features push notifications on iPhones and Android devices, or an email message when the bus is a certain distance from a pickup drop-off location. The Here Comes the Bus app can be downloaded from the App Store or Google Play. For more information, please visit the Moore County Schools Transportation Department webpage. That's your latest Sand Hills news this morning, but stand by. Here comes your latest in sports. Right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. It's 8:15.
NCN Sports, I'm Josh Zach. Week 9 of the NFL concluded last night on Monday Night Football. Marcus Mariota fumbled on each of Tennessee's first 2 possessions, but he got it together and threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for another score as the Tennessee Titans beat the Cowboys 28-14 in Arlington. Dak Prescott passed for 243 yards and 2 scores in the loss. He said he was part of the Cowboys' problems against the Titans last night.
It's disappointing. I mean, we just didn't get the job done. We all got to do better, and it starts with me. It starts with me first all the way throughout this whole team. So, I mean, very disappointed, as you said, coming off the bye week. Clean things up.
Key games in the NBA last night. Houston beat Indiana 98-94. The Raptors won their 4th in a row, 124-111 at Utah. The Denver Nuggets improved to 9-1 following a whooping of the Celtics 115-107, and Golden State clawed the Grizzlies 117-101 despite Steph Curry missing 6 of his first 7 shots and finishing with just 19 points. NCAA basketball tips off tonight with a heavy schedule. At 7 o'clock tonight, NC State will go up against Mount St. Mary's at PNC Arena in Raleigh. 8th-ranked North Carolina is at Wofford. And yesterday, UNC coach Roy Williams talked about last year's loss at Wofford.
Weren't we 10-1, something like that when we played? They just beat us. They played better than we did in every phase of the game. We had way too many turnovers, shot the ball poorly. Those were the 2 biggest things I remember, and if you look at the stat sheet, it tells you the same kind of thing.
In Indianapolis, the 2018 State Farm Champions Classic tonight features 4 of the country's best teams. Following the first game between number 1 Kansas and 10th-ranked Michigan State, the 4th-ranked Blue Devils will take on the 2nd-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. Also in action this evening, ECU, Davidson, Appalachian State, and UNC Wilmington. UNC Greensboro going up against North Carolina A&T. Elon's in play, as well as UNC Charlotte. This is NCN Sports.
Will Democrats break Republican supermajorities in the North Carolina General Assembly? Will this year's election change the course of the state Supreme Court? What about all those constitutional amendments on the ballot? Carolina Journal will help you answer those questions. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your #1 source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Continental Tire presents our annual Big Tailgate Tour.
It's another big in-state rivalry as UNC visits Duke on Saturday. Look for our game day crew on all sides of Wallace Wade Stadium as we tailgate, talk football, and crown another Tailgate of the Week honoree from 9 until noon, leading up to the 12:20 kickoff.
Pick up free koozies, t-shirts, and more from Sport Clips, Lose It and Lose It, and Continental Tire. Remember to drive with care on your Continental Tires and experience the ultimate MVP haircut at Sport Clips.
Tailgate with us, BigTailgateTour.com.
Boston outfielder Mookie Betts, Angels outfielder Mike Trout, and Cleveland's Jose Ramirez are finalists for the AL MVP, while Milwaukee's Christian Yelich, Colorado third baseman Nolan Arenado, and Cubs infielder Javier Baez are up for the NL's top honor. The Cy Young Award finalists are Tampa Bay lefty Blake Snell, Indians ace Corey Kluber, and Houston right-hander Justin Verlander on the American League side, while the Mets ace Jason DeGrom, Washington's Max Scherzer, and Aaron Nola from Philly are in the National League. Angels DH Shohei Ohtani will be battling Yankees outfielder Gleyber Torres and Miguel Andujar for the AL Rookie of the Year, while Dodgers pitcher Walker Buehler and outfielder Ronald Acuna Jr., as well as Washington outfielder Juan Soto, are rookie finalists in the NL. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
The North Carolina General Statute says that to be eligible for the office of sheriff, a person must be 21 years of age, have resided in the county in which they're chosen for 1 year immediately preceding their election. They can't practice law, and they can't serve as a member of the General Assembly. An awful lot of thought's gone into that over the years. If the legislature thought it was important to limit the office of sheriff to law enforcement persons, they'd have put that requirement into law. The legislature doesn't get a lot right, but they did get that right. The sheriff is a managerial function with millions of dollars being managed. Steve Adams is the right guy for that job. Steve's a businessman. He knows how to make money. He knows how to save money. I encourage you to please go by and see him or talk to him, call him, at least go to his website. You'll find all the plans he has for saving money, lots of money, in Moore County. You'll also find that Steve Adams has pledged he's committed to all of us, that he will run the animal shelter as a 100% no-kill animal shelter. That means no animals are killed unless they're a danger or that they can't be saved because of illness or injury. A plan to save money, a plan for a no-kill animal shelter, and a pledge to make Moore County a safer place while doing all those things. They're all parts of a lot longer list of why you should consider voting for Steve Adams for sheriff.
Find out about Steve's plan at adamsforsheriff.com. That's adamsforsheriff.com. Paid for by Adams for Sheriff.
Jared Kirk and Amy McBride of the First Casualty Insurance Group in Southern Pines talk about the benefits of being an FCIG customer.
Our agency has been in business since 1984. We are an independent agency, which means that we have numerous carriers. Having multiple carriers benefits our customers because it offers them more options for their coverage and price.
One of the most asked questions we get from our clients is how much do they need to insure their home for? Many clients think they should insure their home based on tax value or what they could sell their home for. Neither is correct.
Insurance carriers want to insure your home for the replacement value. Replacement value is what it would take to rebuild your home back to its current state in the event of a complete loss.
First Casualty Insurance Group of Southern Pines. Call them today at 910-692-8303 or find them on the web at fcignc.com.
Fields Plumbing and Heating has served Moore County since 1948. Actually, the founder, J. Ellis Fields, started in the business as a boy in 1907 with Pinehurst, Inc., who provided plumbing and heating services to Pinehurst homes and local hotels. Today, Fields Plumbing and Heating continues to provide superior heating service, plumbing technology, and customer service at the best possible price. When you need help, call the company with the most experience. Fields Plumbing and Heating, 910-949-3232, 949-3232.
Hey, Jerry, have you seen the new menu at the Hickory Tavern?
Seen it? Try to keep up, will you, Charles? I've already been sampling.
Well, don't just sing it. Bring it. Tell me about it.
For starters, you got to try the Hickory Tavern's new flatbread. The barbecue chicken flatbread is my favorite. Roasted chicken, barbecue sauce, red onion, jack and cheddar, then drizzled with sour cream and cilantro. And here's something you won't find anywhere else. The Hawaiian pork, yes, pork brie-bite, marinated for 48 hours in a pineapple, ginger, soya, and sesame recipe, served with tavern greens and fries, and reasonably priced, too. Hey, where you going?
Where do you think, Jerry? Time to fuel up at the Hickory.
I got you blocked in. I bet I beat you there.
As we always say, the Hickory Tavern. Come for the game. Stay for the food. Diabetics need more magnesium and B vitamins, not only to help them with diabetes, but also because nearly all diabetic meds deplete them. Health Innovations Pharmacy now offers Replenish, a line of complete multivitamins designed specifically to address those depletion issues, along with 5 other specific formulations. Since these are complete multivitamins, you can consolidate your pill box and budget. Even better when you consider Health Innovations Pharmacy offers 20% off all vitamins every day. Health Innovations Pharmacy offers flu, pneumonia, and shingle shots. Take advantage of special pricing going on now on lift chairs and rollators with $50 off. It's our way of saying thanks for allowing us to serve you, Moore County. Health Innovations Pharmacy on Pinehurst Avenue in Southern Pines. Locally owned, serving Moore County since 2001.
Thank you for calling Carolina Air. How can I help you?
Well, someone told me you folks don't charge for a service call. I don't believe it.
It is true, ma'am. We get that reaction a lot.
How do you stay in business?
Well, our service calls are free, but we do charge if you need parts or repair.
What if I decide not to fix it?
No charge.
Wow, most companies charge $100 just to come out.
It is hard to believe, but at Carolina Air, we do not charge to come to your home. So schedule your free appointment at carolinaair.com or 910-684-3864.
Carolina Air, comfort and safety, because we care. Clean, professional, heating and cooling. Carolina Air, the friendly guys. Service, installation, and regular maintenance. Unbeatable, dependable, every time. So CarolinaAir.com. Carolina Air, comfort and safety, because we care.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. We had a pretty crummy little carnival go through my hometown when I was a kid, about 10 years old. At the age of 10, I mowed lawns to make money, and I worked hard. So to me, $3 was a lot of money. One of the booths at the carnival was selling radios. They were big radios for the time, and to me, they looked like what I thought was the most modern thing ever. Well, I imagine you know where this is going. I bought one with my very hard-earned money. When I got home, my dad was a little upset with me for blowing money on what he called a piece of crap that would not last long. That's when I told my dad, because after all, he had no way of knowing, that the man at the carnival had given me his personal guarantee. My dad laughed, like I was the idiot. Well, of course, the piece of junk quit working in no time. The antenna fell off. It wouldn't change stations. My dad said, "Take it back, son. That guy gave you his personal guarantee." Well, tomorrow's election day. A lot of people want us to vote for them, but you know what? No matter what they say, we have no guarantee. Even when the antenna falls off, we just keep electing them. We got to stop doing that because we are the only guarantee we have. I'll be here tomorrow at 8:30 on an extended ZZ analyzing the election results. Now, please, get smart on the issues and go vote for Steve. I already did. In the Zumwalt Zone.
We'll start the day with pockets of fog and drizzle and a slender chance of a shower. It looks like otherwise we'll have cloudy to variably cloudy skies as we head through the day. Breezy, warm, and humid. We could see a band or two of showers and perhaps intense thunderstorms during the afternoon or early evening. Look for highs around 74 to 80. Tonight, a clearing trend with decreasing winds and lows in the upper 40s to low 50s. After a sunny start Wednesday, we'll see more clouds later in the afternoon with highs upper 60s to low 70s. I'm Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leaderman. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us. This is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Who's ready for some fun?
Who's ready for some nonstop, totally scheduled fun?
Fun for who?
Is this the show? What is this show?
Fun.
This
is the smartest show on radio.
No, I mean, what is this show?
It's fun. It's fun.
Terrific. I always enjoy a good presentation.
It's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It is time for Mornings with the Leaderman, Hour 2. I am Steve Leader Adams.
And I'm Matt Horsey, the Leaderman's exuberant sidekick. Good morning.
And don't forget, of course, this program being seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available at talk973.com. Top middle of the page, the link will get you there. If you're on a mobile device, well, we suggest the YouTube app. That will get you there. But Mornings with the Leaderman, all one word. If you're on a mobile device just needing our audio stream, we suggest the TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamline app. Many other apps will work also. Just put WEEB into that search. Or you can always get our stream 24/7, 365 at our website at talk973.com. Upper right-hand corner of any of our pages, there's an icon that says Listen Live. Tap that once, you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area, going to be wet, especially this afternoon to some degree anyway. Mostly cloudy today. Look for a high of 76, summer-like. Then tonight, clear and 51. Tomorrow, still summer-like, sunny and 72. Tomorrow night, clouds move back in, around 2, I guess you'd say. Scattered showers, low of 55. Thursday, 20% chance of an isolated shower. Otherwise, mostly cloudy, a few sprinkles of sunshine in there, high of 66. Friday, doesn't look good for football. Mostly cloudy, rain likely during the day, high of 62. Then Friday night, mostly cloudy with scattered showers, a low of 45. Saturday, partly cloudy. Sunday, mostly sunny. So the weekend looks good with highs both days around 56 degrees. That's perfect for me. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are south-southwest at 14. Visibility 10 statute miles. Pressure 30 even. Dew point 69. Humidity 100%. We clicked up a degree to 69 and cloudy here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And a reminder, Pinecrest plays 71st in their final regular conference games this Friday night, and it'll be over at 71st. 71st, by the way, lost Saturday to Jack Britt, who we beat 2 weeks ago. So we need to beat 71st in order to secure second place all to ourselves. Right now, we're kind of a tie for second and third place with 71st. So whoever wins will have it all by themselves, and who loses will be third seeded from our conference. And that may mean away games. So it's important we win, so we have home field advantages, at least for a couple of games. All right, 8:31. Let's check in with our sound bites. Our rim shots this morning. Shall we? Let's see. All right, get it up here, Snurdly. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, rim shots. Let's rock and roll with them. Chelsea Handler posted a video of herself naked, as usual, urging people to vote, and it worked. I voted for Chelsea to put her clothes back on. Barbra Streisand says she's not afraid to turn people off with her new anti-Trump album, probably because the number of people who like Barbra Streisand and Donald Trump is 0. Well, you think about it, it's true.
Yeah.
She's been outspoken against Trump, and if you like Trump, then you don't like her. Might like her music, but her as a person. As you head to Canada, Barbara, I have 2 words for you.
See ya.
See ya. No, well, bye. That's from Tombstone.
Bye.
Well, bye.
Who said it? Doc Holliday?
No, it was the guy that ran the gang.
Oh.
What's his name?
Whatever his name was.
Yeah. As
Yabba Dabba Doo.
As Wyatt had packed up his family, and they were all leaving town, and Wyatt stops in front of this guy and says, "It's over. Just want you to know it's over." He was just setting him up. And the guy looked up and goes, "Well, bye." You had to be there, I guess. Spice Girls have announced a reunion tour without Victoria Beckham. That story again, Victoria Beckham doesn't need any money, at least not as badly as the rest of the Spice Girls. Justin Bieber, get this, got a tattoo on his face. And for anyone wondering about Justin Bieber's mental health, please note that he's now taking lifestyle cues from Mike Tyson. I hope he knows that stuff doesn't come off. And if you do go have it lasered off, he leaves a scar behind. Fox News says Megyn Kelly is not returning. Why would she return? She's a multi-millionaire in her departure.
Well, that doesn't mean she wouldn't go for more.
Well, she might have a Gulfstream too, but she can live a comfortable life.
That's not the point if you're ambitious. You want to do things.
You know you're racist when Fox goes, nope, you're too racist.
Oh, brother.
There's a baby boom right now in Philadelphia, 9 months after the Eagles won the Super Bowl, which is great because what the world really needs right now is more Philly sports fans. People who put up their Christmas decorations early are happier. But we can change that, I'm sure. Today's Election Day. Reminder to all you dyslexics, don't forget to veto. Or as 60%.
Don't make fun of me.
As 60% of eligible voters call it Tuesday.
Remember, business hours are 9 to 5 here at WEEB.
Yeah. Let's see. 34 past the hour. Moving on. Well, let's do something we didn't get to yesterday. Well, we're going to do this first. Things we need to know so we don't sound stupid today. NBC pulls Trump's migrant ad. The move comes after the ad aired during Sunday night's football. Of course, they tagged it as a... Some people just cannot learn, can they? Is that my phone ringing?
It is.
No, it's upstairs I'm hearing. Because you got it so loud.
I read that... I watched that ad. It's absolutely not a racist ad. But guess who's calling it racist? CNN.
Now, CNN refused to air it at all. ABC-owned stations have renewed Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy through 2022-23 season. Oh, boy. My parents love those two shows, and if they missed it, they would make sure they recorded it. That's for sure. There's a new zip line in Las Vegas that will let you take you on a tour over the Strip. New U.S. sanctions against Iran take effect today, or actually it took effect yesterday, to force their regime into a new round of nuclear negotiations.
That zip line would be cool. I'll bet it costs $100.
I don't know. Bohemian Rhapsody pulled in $50 million over the weekend in the U.S. and another $72 million worldwide.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Well, I have no desire myself, but CoverGirl Cosmetics are now officially cruelty-free. That is, they are no longer tested on animals. They say wedding bells may be in Kris Jenner's near future. I guess she wants somebody else's pocket to spend from instead of her own. A group of students found a 6,000-year-old axe on the estate of George Washington.
6,000
years old.
6,000 years old on the estate of George Washington.
Mm-hmm. I guess that would be Mount Vernon.
I wonder if that's supposed to be 600 years old? Maybe?
No, it says 6,000.
It says 6,000, but that's kind of hard to believe.
Despite a deepening addiction crisis, the FDA just approved a powerful new opioid. A report says Instant Soup burns send 10,000 kids to the ER every year. The Red Sox reportedly left a $2,000 2,000.
We need common sense soup control.
Get this. The Red Sox reportedly left, well, we need our government to come in and control this for us so you can't get burned with soup.
That's what I mean.
Let's quadruple the price of a instant soup thing just so you can't get burned. Because we had to protect you from being stupid. The Red Sox reportedly left a $200,000 tip at an LA nightclub for their post-World Series party. Wow. P. Diddy went skydiving to celebrate his 49th birthday on Sunday, landing at the Playboy Mansion in Los Angeles. Today's impossible question. Experts say Monday is the best day of the week to buy this. What might that be?
Bread from the previous week.
A new car.
A new car!
Coffee grounds. Coffee grown in 50 different countries is consistently the second most the second most bought sold item in the stock markets, over $8 billion a year. I guess that would be under commodities. Research shows that 75% of people take a trip, forgot something, and had to go back home and get it. The average time for a road rage experience to occur is between 5 and 6 p.m. on Fridays. 25% of people spend more time basking in the sauna or hot tub at the gym than exercising.
Well, duh.
A recent survey found that 47% of people said it's never okay to sell this on eBay.
Human body parts.
This would be something a woman would sell.
Never okay to sell this on eBay. You got me.
Wedding dress.
Oh, brother.
Like you're going to wear it again? Over 43,000.
You should never sell a wedding dress. All right, whatever. See, that was a survey brought to you by Wedding Dressmakers of America.
Over 43,000 pints of donated blood are used every day in the U.S. A study suggests women with blonde hair make more of this than women without it.
Money?
Moolah, that's right. Wow. Okay, we also, on Tuesday, do a very important thing here, and I've tried to make this test today for Matt, his weekly estrogen test.
Woohoo!
Hopefully, he'll be more of a man today. It's been a long time. He's been in balance, but he's also leaned heavily on the estrogen side of things.
No kidding.
So we ask him questions, and we'll see how he does. And I think today he might actually come out a man.
Oh.
We'll see.
Well, I depend on this test to determine.
I've had to make it a lot easier for him to. What makeup company just announced a teenage boy will now be, this is questions for men that women should know the answer to. What makeup company just announced a teenage boy will now be featured on the boxes of their products?
Maybelline.
Was it Estee Lauder or CoverGirl?
Estee Lauder, because CoverGirl wouldn't make any sense.
Well, you would be wrong.
Oh, for Pete's sake. CoverGirl.
Yeah. All right. What year was NOW, the National Organization for Women, founded? Was it 1966 or 1986?
1966 would be my wild guess.
Ding!
Wow, who'd have thought?
And which of the following was not a character on the Golden Girls?
Oh, this one I'll know. I used to watch that.
Was it Madge or Dorothy?
Madge.
Ding! You got two of them.
Woohoo!
Now, these are the questions for women that real men know the answer to. How many cups are in a quart?
How many cups in a quart? 4.
Ding. See, I told you these would be easy for the man side.
That sounds more like a traditional woman's question.
In what city is Barbie Beach House located?
Men are supposed to know this?
Yeah.
All right, Malibu.
Ding.
We all heard the ads.
And what does ESPN stand for?
Yeah, you had to throw a sports question at me.
3 seconds.
ESPN, Extrasensory Perception Network.
Eastern Sports Programming Network.
I didn't even get a multiple choice?
No.
You bastard.
This way you have a tie. 2 and 2.
Yay.
So, he is in balance this week. Our reprogramming of Matt has worked so far.
I should have gotten that other one. Cover Girl is going to have a man on the cover now. I hate political correctness.
This teenage boy will now be featured on the boxes of their products.
Oh, so now it's Cover Boy.
No, you're supposed to look good for the boy. Isn't that what it's all about?
I doubt it. It's probably products for boys.
All righty.
I don't know. It was a 6,000-year-old axe.
All right, let's go get Bad Boys.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What we've got here is failure to mutate.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you work and you have that.
All right, my friends. It is time once again to draw in a big breath of air, let our big hairy chest stick out. Stomp across the floor in the style of the Duke, John Wayne. Open up our closet doors, look at all 30 of our Liberty safes. And today we're going to Liberty safe number 7.
Number 7 is a Franklin.
All right, we'll throw the combination on it and open that bad boy up and let Matt reach in and grab his weapon of choice.
I love that theater of the mind. All right, we're going to go with a good gun. This is a Springfield Armory single stack 45 APC caliber XD semi-auto handgun.
All right, well, we'll throw that into the holster, pin on our badge, grab 5 cans of whoop ass as we now head out the door in relentless pursuit of stupid criminal news. I'm not sure this guy is going to be climbing the corporate ladder anytime soon. He's a 19-year-old named David Gomez Beltran. And on Thursday night, he reportedly showed up for his shift at his local McDonald's in San Antonio, and his manager sent him home for being late. But David didn't go home. Instead, he went to a different McDonald's about 5 miles away and robbed the place. He was still in uniform, so when he went into the McDonald's, he said the store had sent him there to help with the dinner rush. When the manager there took him to the back room to fill out paperwork, he pulled a gun and demanded all the money in the safe. And he got away with about $1,500. The police tracked him down at his apartment the next day. He was arrested for aggravated robbery. The brilliance of some of these kids. Stupid criminal news number 2, a 45-year-old guy named Kenneth Krazak from Winfield, Florida, was causing trouble at a post office last week, so they called the police. The officers stopped him, and as they were talking, Kenneth dropped his pack of cigarettes. A little pipe rolled out, and the police said, quote, "Looks like you dropped your meth pipe there, buddy." And Kenneth brilliantly responded, "It's not a meth pipe, it's a crack pipe." He was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. What are these guys, stupid? And last but not least of the stupid criminal news, there's a fine line between doing something idiotic and romantic. Unfortunately, this guy, it was way too much in column A and not enough in column B. A 19-year-old guy named Logan Azonaut of Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, Canada, wanted to spend some time with his girlfriend back on August 2nd, but she had to work her shift at a Walmart. So Logan went to a payphone and called in a bomb threat. The police evacuated the Walmart, and they closed for 6 hours before the bomb squad cleared it. Walmart estimated it lost about $75,000 in sales. The police traced the call back to Logan, and he was arrested for making a false bomb threat. He pled guilty Friday and sentenced to 60 days in jail and a $67,000 restitution fine.
What is this phone booth of which you speak?
Oh, and in between when he called in the bomb threat and now his girlfriend dumped him.
All right, so she's got some sense of judgment.
And that's your stupid criminal news for this Tuesday. All right, it is 49 past the hour, 8:49. That means it's time for you to put your arm in the air and put the fingers up. It's called for.
And now it's time for
Random facts.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, a random facts for today and maybe a spare.
Somebody dying in the background.
The jockstrap was invented in 1874 to help bicycle jockeys as they made deliveries on cobblestone streets in Boston.
I guess so.
The Statue of Liberty's nose is 4.5 feet long. The official Monopoly rules, the reward for landing on free parking is?
Nothing. It's just free parking.
Nothing. But almost no one plays that way. Most people tie some amount of money to landing there. The first and only G-rated movie to win Best Picture was Oliver in 1969. One year later, Midnight Cowboy became the first and only X-rated movie to win Best Picture. And Amazon was originally going to be called Relentless. In fact, if you go to relentless.com, it still redirects you to amazon.com. And that's your random facts for this Tuesday.
Relentless probably would have been a better name.
Than Amazon?
Yeah, it is. That company is relentless.
Well, the guy built a better mousetrap. What can I say? He gets it from point A to point B.
I'm not criticizing it.
Pretty quick. And negotiated good shipping prices so that it can stay competitive with the brick-and-mortar stores. So the brick-and-mortar stores become the storefronts for Amazon. Right? And then what people do, they go to the store and they take a picture of a TV, let's say, and ask their app to look for the best price. And
yeah, Amazon putting all the local businesses out of business.
Well, they're not helping the situation there, but
no. At least Walmart is local and employs people.
No, they come in and shove all the little businesses out the door as they come in. And if you won't let them in, they'll show you. They'll build Walmarts all around your city and go draw people away from your city to shop, as they did High Point. Case in point, killed the downtown High Point that way. Let's see. What else we got this morning?
High Point made a bad decision, didn't they? Don't let the free market run.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Anybody? Everybody? By practicing the sacrifice, fiscal discipline, and long-term investing it takes to slowly get there.
Wait, practicing sacrifice?
A new study figured out how long it would take the average person to become a millionaire in every state. It's based on three things: the median income, average cost of living, and then taking the difference and investing it in a 5.5% return rate. Well, if you get a 7% return rate on your money, if you put $500,000 in, and you got 7% rate, in 7 years, you'll have $1 million. Let's see. Let's see if I can find. Let's see. The fastest state to become a millionaire, Maryland, where it would take 28 years, mostly thanks to a high median income.
Yeah, high medium income, because that's right around Washington, D.C., which has, 9 of the 10 richest counties in the country?
Because they all work for the government.
Well, because they're all that. No, they don't work for the government. That's not what makes them rich. They work for the government to lobby, or they lobby the government.
The rest of the 5 fastest states are Utah at 31 years, Alaska and Hawaii 33, and New Jersey at 36. The slowest state is West Virginia. It would take 110 years. In other words, you'll be dead before you hit $1 million. And the rest of the slowest states are Montana, 104 years, Maine, 98 years, Vermont, 96. That's because Maine and Vermont take it all from you. And Louisiana at 89 years.
California's grossly skewed because they've got so many huge moneymakers up there in the Central Valley, but it's also apparently the poorest state.
And what are the, I guess this is useful maybe, the website nameberry.com just put together a list of the most popular names of 2028. About 10 years from now. It's based on current trends, patterns of how names go in and out of style, and, quote, rhythms of the past to predict the future, whatever that means.
Interesting conjecture.
So based on all that, the top 10 girls' names a decade from now will be Charlotte, Amelia, Harper, Emma, Olivia, Evelyn, Mia, Aria, Ava, and Sophia.
That's interesting. That's a lot of names from the early 1900s.
Top 10 boys' name will be Liam. Is it Mateo? Is that right?
Mateo, that's the Spanish version of Matthew.
Maverick, Noah, Lincoln, Lucas, Henry, Theodore, Theodore, Jackson, and Oliver. Theodore Cleaver. Seems like I heard that somewhere. Oh, that was Beaver Cleaver. Then everybody can call you Beaver. And since everybody wants to fly around in airplanes, a new study found the 3 surfaces on an airplane that have the highest levels of bacteria, and sometimes even bacteria that can make you sick. They are the headrest. They aren't disinfected very often, and they definitely aren't cleaned that well between flights. The seat pockets, flight attendants say they found things in seat pockets like half-eaten sandwiches, dirty diapers, used condoms, and used female products, and the tray tables. Now you know, so pack your Purell. You may need it.
Yeah, there's some spray you can get to spray on the headrest, too.
All right, today is the day to vote. I hope you will. A lot of candidates, including myself, have gone out there and laid it all out, and taken the hits and the praises both from the public and the media and everything else, and taking the viciousness that's lodged against you sometimes by social media people that sit behind the keyboard and think it's funny to lob their grenades at you and try to destroy 4 years of work that you put in. But that's part of the ball game. So everybody has put forth their plans. Well, not everybody, but I have. And I hope you'll check it out at adamsforsheriff.com. adamsforsheriff.com. And the 4 is spelled F-O-R. And check out the plan, and then make an informed decision. I've given you a plan. My opponent has not. He just wants to wave his resume at you. But that's not a plan to get anything done. I got a specific plan that we're going to follow. It's right there. You can read it for yourself if it makes sense. If you want change, you got to vote change. And here's your chance to change things. because you get the last say at the voting booth. And so it goes for this Tuesday. Go out and vote. We'll see you back tomorrow, 7 to 9 for a Hump Day Wednesday and the results. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pops you hear on our airwaves. And don't forget millions of Americans who fought and they have died to give and protect the freedoms you get today, like voting. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man and Nick and Colt the dog will see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the dog park.
And I'm Matt Horsey with another Voting Day Thought Challenge from author Israel Moore Ayabor. Risks may make you win, or they may make you learn. Either of the benefits is worth daring for. Stay tuned for Chris Plant. Remember today, impress on a friend that he or she should take a perceived risk and vote for Steve Adams for sheriff. Paid for by Adams for sheriff. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 for Mornings with the Leaderman, come what may with the election.